To Wednesday's English lesson, and our job today is to use questions. We're going to identify questions, so recognise what a question is, and then we're going to write some questions, but slightly different kinds of questions. Alright, I've just said the word questions a lot. Right, let's begin. So, first up, we've learnt now 4 sentence types, right? 4 sentence types. Questions are one of those, okay? What is a question though? What does a question do? What's the purpose of a question? Is it a sentence that tells you to do something? Is it a sentence that tells you about something? Is it a sentence that asks something? Or is it a sentence that's said with high emotions, such as surprise or anger? Okay? So what is the purpose of a question? Which one of those describes a question? Have a quick think. Which one do you think it is? And let's discuss. So a question. Is a question a sentence that tells you to do something, Mr. Fenn?
No, that's a command.
Absolutely right. Yep, commands. Yeah, they're the ones that tell you to do something. Is a question a sentence that tells you about something?
No, that would be a statement.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So statements tell you about something, commands tell you to do something. Is a question a sentence that asks something?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. We ask questions to get an answer, right? Okay, to get information or to find something out. So a question is a sentence that asks something, okay? Meaning it's not a sentence said with high emotion, such as surprise or anger. That would be...
an exclamation.
Absolutely right, Mr. Fenn. Very well done. You know your 4 sentence types.
Yes.
Okay, so question is a sentence that asks something, okay? That tells us a bit about a question, but let's dig a bit deeper. So, second quick task, okay? I've got a question on the board, yeah? That's definitely a question, isn't it? What time is it? Okay?
Yes.
I want you, in a moment, just to hit pause. You don't need to write anything down, but just have a little think. What makes this sentence, what time is it? What makes that a question, rather than, say, a statement or a command? What is it that makes this a question? How can you tell it's a question? Okay? So have a little think and hit pause. Action. So, hopefully you've had a little think about that. Let's talk about it then. So what time is it? First of all, let's go straight away. It needs an answer, right? It's asking something.
Yeah.
Yep, so needs an answer. Needs an answer. How else can we tell that this is a question, Mr. Fenn? What else gives
Well,
the
the punctuation at the end ends in a question mark.
Absolutely right, okay? So questions are a kind of sentence that get their own punctuation, okay? Questions always have to end with a question mark, which look like a hook with a full stop at the bottom of them, okay? So it's got a question mark. Is there anything else that makes you think?
Yes, but we have to be careful.
Love it, yep.
So you've got a question word. So questions are always going to have a question word like what, how, where, why.
Yep.
Do, are. But we have to be careful because as we learned last week or the week before,
at some point,
I've lost track of time.
Yep, in January.
Yeah. Exclamations can also start with what we might think of as question words. So,
what, how,
what an amazing tie that is. Exclamation mark.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, question word, it does have a question word. What is a question word? Yeah. As in what is a question word. But as Mr. Fenn rightly says, you need to be careful here because it's the other things as well that together make this a question, okay? What an amazing tie you have would be an exclamation, even though it starts with what, which is also a question word, okay? All gets very confusing, but it's those things together. A question needs an answer, ends with a question mark, starts with a question word, okay? Other question words, we got who, where, when, why.
Do,
could. Like you might say, could
you. Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
What is this? Would you, could you on a train?
There you go. So, that is what makes a question, alright? So, we're going to, though, use questions a bit differently today, okay? Because usually when we look at questions, when we ask questions, we're trying to find out information, okay?
Okay, I see where this is going, yeah.
See where this is going.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can use questions to persuade somebody or to convince someone to do something, okay? That's what persuading is. If I persuade you to do something, I'm convincing you.
Like you persuaded me to wear this hat and then put that video on the internet.
Exactly, yeah, I had, yeah, and it took quite some persuasion.
I thought it was a bad idea, but you convinced me, and now it's out there.
And I had to be persuasive, okay? Now, as we talked about a bit in yesterday's English lesson, there are ways you can be a bit more persuasive if you're trying to convince somebody, say, to buy something. And we're opening up our own shop. We want people to come and buy our items, don't we? That's kind of the point of a shop. So, we said yesterday, it's not really that persuasive. If I just say to you, here's my Game Boy from yesterday, Mr. Fenn, buy a Game Boy.
No.
Was that persuasive? No. No. If anything, it was a bit rude, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no,
Okay?
thank you. Yeah.
But we can use questions to be persuasive, okay? So
Okay.
listen to this. I've got some sentence starters here, right? And these questions are designed to make you go, yeah, all right?
Okay.
So, Mr. Fenn, have you ever wanted the most amazing games console ever made?
Well, now you've said that, I suppose yes. Yes, I have. I want
Brilliant.
it, yeah.
Would you like to play some of the best games ever made?
Well, I think I would, yeah.
Do you wish you could play Tetris and Super Mario?
I do wish that. I do.
Do you want to buy my Game Boy? My amazing Game Boy?
Amazing Game Boy, yes please, yeah.
There we go, okay? So, was that more persuasive, Mr. Fenn, than just saying, buy my Game Boy?
You convinced me.
Yeah, okay? So those questions are kind of worded, as I said, to make Mr. Fenn go, yeah, I would like that, okay? And that's what you're going to be doing today. So yesterday, you came up with your kind of list of items. You used expanded noun phrases to describe them a bit and to persuade us to become interested in them. Today we're going to use these questions, these sentence starters, to write persuasive questions, okay? So I'll just start writing for you. Let's pick something else. Mr. Fenn, I didn't ask you yesterday, what would you like to sell in your shop?
In my shop, I would like to sell some nice hats, so like a hat shop.
Okay, excellent. Did you say that just because you were holding a hat?
So we're going. So yeah,
Okay.
let's buy. I want
Okay, a hat
to
shop.
see.
Yep, no,
hat
let's
shop.
do it. Now,
Yeah.
what I could do though here, I could say, Mr. Fenn, have you ever wanted a hat? Would you like a hat? Do you wish you could wear a hat?
Well, with
Do you
that,
want a hat?
the trouble with that, and another reason why expanded noun phrases are useful is like, well, have you ever wanted a hat? It's like, I've got a hat.
Yeah, okay.
Would you like a hat? I've got a hat. I don't need a hat.
Yeah.
Do you wish you could have a hat? No, I've got a hat.
Yeah, exactly,
It needs
yeah.
to be expanded, otherwise it's not gonna-
Exactly, we need
Yeah.
a bit more than that. So let's go through it then. So we'll start with have you ever wanted... Now, where can we go with this? Because as you rightly say, just saying have you ever wanted a hat? Well, yeah, I own a hat, you probably own a hat.
Okay.
So what's going to persuade somebody to buy the hats you sell, Mr. Fenn?
Okay. Right. So we could have hats for different. It could be a summer hat, so
Yep.
something to protect you from the sun. It could be like like at the moment, as I've told you, I'm trying to meet my goal of running a marathon. So I've been running, but it's very cold, so I have a woolly hat to keep me warm when I'm
Oh,
running.
no, I like that. So how about, instead of just going straight in with have you ever wanted a hat,
Yeah.
let's instead go with have you ever wanted to keep warm outside in the winter?
Yeah.
Because I
well,
bet you have. I bet
Yeah,
you wanted.
yeah,
So,
okay.
have you ever wanted to stay warm outside in the winter?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so there we go. First question. Have you ever wanted to stay outside in the winter? Okay.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So we carry
Now,
on.
so we've already got one reason why the hat's
Yeah.
good, all right? It's going to keep you warm. How about something like, would you like to look cool when you're outside, or would you like to look cool when you're
Yeah.
running?
Yeah, actually, we can imagine. Actually, mine could be like a running shop, actually, because we know I like running.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could be. It's a running shop
Yeah, that
that
sells,
sells lots of
people
things,
running.
including hats.
Okay, cool.
Okay, would you like to look, really cool when you're out on the run,
Yeah,
something like
so-
that? Or,
Okay, so let's say, would you I'm gonna put, would you like to look cool and stylish
yeah. When you're running.
when you're,
Contraction alert.
yep, you
Yeah.
are becomes your,
Yeah.
lose the A, apostrophe goes in its place, when you're running. In fact, another spelling alert there.
Yeah.
Double the consonant ing and question mark at the end. Okay, so far we got, have you ever wanted to stay warm outside in the winter? Would you like to look cool and stylish when you're running?
Yes.
Okay, now we could go with another one. Do you wish you could, can you think of any other reasons why people might want to buy your hat?
I suppose we could put. We can imagine it that this hat it's reflective, so cars can see you.
Yeah, brilliant.
When you're, that's useful at the moment. It's dark,
Yeah,
so it's sort of a bit, made out of this sort of stuff.
Five is,
Is
Yeah.
Do you wish cars could see you when you're running at night?
yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, or running in the dark, especially when we talked about winter as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you wish cars could see you when you're, and again it's that same
Yeah,
you
you
apostrophe re,
You're.
yeah, when you're running at night. Okay, I'm running out of space there, but then I could just finish with, do you want a warm, woolly and comfortable hat? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, and something like that. So then my piece of writing would be, have you ever wanted to stay warm outside in the winter? Would you like to look cool and stylish when you're running? Do you wish cars could see you when you're running at night? Do you want to buy a warm, comfortable and fashionable running hat?
Yes, I do.
There we
Yes.
go. You're sold, you're persuaded. So much better than just saying, buy a hat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. You've got in your resources pack today these sentence starters. But remember, these are questions, okay? They're questions that are designed to make somebody go, yeah, all right? But they're questions. So you need the question marks at the end of them, all right? Use those sentence starters to try and really sell us those products, okay? Those items that you've put in your shop, okay? Now, like we said, you don't, for example, for a hat or for the Game Boy, you don't just want to go, have you ever wanted a hat? Would you like a hat? Do you wish you could have a hat? Think about why someone might want to buy your things. If it's a sweet shop, maybe it's, have you ever wanted to try the most delicious sweets in the world? You know,
Yeah.
really think about what will convince somebody that they're interested in the items in your shop. Okay, so those are your sentence starters. Okay, feel free to do a few of these with different items in your shop, and we'd love to see some amazing persuasive questions today. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.